So we're here for the final game of the Intramural Championships between DFA and the Schnookems. My name is Joseph Kwon alongside my color commentator Ben Garcia, and we got a great one here at the John A. Paulson Center. The number 1 seed DFA going against the number 11 seed Schnookems. Talk about what we saw so far in this evening at the Paulson Center, Ben Garcia.
I mean, in some ways, to be honest, I think we've, there's been a little bit left to be desired with some of the competitiveness of some of the semifinal matches, but no doubt, both of these two teams that we're about to watch here have solidified and shown that they are the two best teams in this league and in this tournament. So a great championship matchup. And, of course, the Schnookems, the reigning champs as well. So certainly looking forward to this one.
And the Schnookems and DFA actually played once before, and Schnookems' sole loss of the season came from DFA. So Schnookems in a revenge spot against the number 1 seed. But talking a little bit about the previous two games, Schnookems played Bolshotov, and they came out with a 40-point victory, and DFA played against the Guavas, and DFA also came out with a double-digit victory as well. So both teams coming off of great wins into this final game at the John A. Paulson Center. So it'll be a great one. So don't go anywhere, as we will have tip-off coming up in 30 seconds. So here we are at the John A. Paulson Center for the championship match between the number 1 seed DFA, Deep Family Affiliation, against the Schnookems. Both teams coming off a very strong victory in the semifinal matches, as we mentioned in the pregame show. So here it is for the final. Some championship gold on the line, along with some
T-shirts.
T-shirts. Very important T-shirts.
I'm not sure if they're Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, but nonetheless, quality T-shirts.
Very high-quality T-shirts from NYU Athletics.
Nothing but the best.
Exactly.
And speaking of the best, I believe this is the same crew chief and referee crew that will be joining us once again. Do you want to give a little shout out to these fine gentlemen that have done such a wonderful job?
Absolutely. My hiring manager, Eric Graves, alongside Jake Matthews and Chai T, who is actually also a former basketball player. He played in the intramural leagues in the summer league. Had a lot of success, got some great bounce, and here we go. DFA, Deep Family Affiliation, against the Schnookems. Both teams have a very stacked team, both with some good ball handlers, some good shooters, and some bigs in the paint. Very well-matched teams. As I mentioned, they did play once in the regular season, and their sole loss for Schnookems, they are 3-1 coming into this, is from DFA. So a good revenge spot for Schnookems to avenge their sole loss of the season and give the DFA their only loss, as they are currently undefeated coming into this one.
Absolutely, Joseph. Cannot wait for this one. Like we said, what bigger stage is there than this?
Absolutely. Here we are with a tip-off. DFA, as they always do, wins tip. And here is Josiah Matthews, the leading scorer for Deep Family Affiliation.
Probably going to want to familiarize yourselves with that name. He had quite the role in the earlier matchups and has had a massive role for this DFA team as a whole.
Yes, Josiah Matthews does it all for this DFA team. Great shooter, great ball handler. An early three, rebounded by Okpe. Okpe fouled in the process. Okpe, also a referee for NYU Intramurals. Part-time ref, part-time hooper. Will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Each team does have 1 timeout per half. And we have a running clock, and the clock will stop at 2 minutes. Misses the first Okpe. Okpe going for the second one. Drains it.
Nice. Great job there to at least convert one of those free throws. Of course, it's not his main role, though, for the team to be the scorer. He's often known for his great defensive ability and pressure.
Yes. Nick Tung, reigning finals MVP. Into the far side corner, giving it to Taylor Golden. Golden with a turnaround jump shot. Misses it. Nick Tung is there for the rebound. Tung blocked. Fights for the rebound. DFA's there. Okpe dribbling the ball up the court. Okpe, a phenomenal ball handler. Strong layup. Strong take the basket from Okpei, giving DFA a 3-0 lead.
This is the too little celebration there as well on the Schnookems.
DFA really likes to celebrate.
Oh, yeah. Certainly having fun with the game, as you love to see.
3 from the Schnookems, missed from Tim Columbus. Jake Matthews. Looks like there is a over and back violation. Or was it a double dribble? Might have been a carry.
Something like that. But I will say so far as well for DFA, Adrian Dua just being a monster on the boards there.
So Tim Columbos, directing traffic, guarded by Josiah Matthews. Nick Tung wants it. Tung finds Chancellor. Chancellor, one-on-one here with Adrian Dua. Wiz, back to Nick Tung, to Malone. Chancellor fakes a 3. Kicks it out to Tim. Back to Nick Tung. Finds Taylor Golden in the paint. Fouled and one.
And one there for Golden.
Taylor Golden getting that easy finish and the foul. So far, the Schnookems really feeding Golden in the paint, trying to open up that paint. Perhaps opening up the paint will open up the perimeter shots, which Schnookems excel at.
Absolutely. And I will say, as we talked about with some of maybe the lack of competitiveness in those earlier matchups, it seemed both of these teams and their opponents had a bit of a physical kind of discrepancy, whereas in this one, seems like they're pretty fairly evenly matched and can go toe-to-toe with each other.
I would agree with that, Ben. And Taylor Golden misses the the only free throw. Nick Tung gets a steal. Tung got numbers. Finds Tim. Back to Chancellor. Back to Golden. Golden with the easy floater. Gets it. Taylor Golden with 4 points for the Schnookems. And Schnookems now take the lead at 4-3.
Yeah, Golden really coming alive here in this championship game. And that's exactly what you want to see from your big man.
Matthews passes it over to Dua. Dua to Harding. Harding misses that one.
Wants the foul call, it looked like, on that. Not sure that I saw exactly what he was complaining about, but nonetheless.
Interesting decision from DFA to not start Oba, who went off in the semifinals game.
Oh, man. Did he ever, Joseph? I mean, let's just get him back in the game. I mean, he was just pure electricity on both ends of the court.
Golden kicks it out to Tung. Tung with a wide-open 3. Fakes it and takes it again. Misses it this time. Wiz with the rebound. Wiz pushing the pace. Wiz guarded by Tim. Wiz with the jump shot. Back rim. Okpei was there but loses it, and Golden gets the rebound. Tung pushing it. Still 4-3. And now a 6-3. Schnookems with 10 minutes left. Schnookems with the early lead. Matthews directing traffic. Wants the screen. Dua for 3. Back rim. Golden's there for the board. Goes off Wiz. So it'll be Schnookems' ball. So far, yes, as you mentioned, Ben, very evenly matched, very competitive basketball. Something we haven't seen in the previous 2 semifinals game. Chancellor wants the ISO with Golden screen.
And I mean, not exactly the most high-scoring game, but that's to be expected from these teams. I mean, obviously, DFA, you know, they have the best team in this tournament, best defense in this tournament, rather, with, you know, about 20 points per game is all that they give up.
Right. As we mentioned previously, DFA, the best defensive team in the league, holding their opponents to 20 points per game. Malone kicks it out to Nick Tung. Nicky Tung finds Chancellor. Thought about the 3. Trying to feed Taylor Golden once again in the paint. They really want to feed Golden early. Chancellor takes a 3. Rebound from Adrian Dua. Okpei to Matthews. Matthews guarded by Tim. Back to Dua. Corner 3 from DFA. Off of DFA. So it'll be DFA ball off of Schnookems, excuse me. Okpe with the out-of-bounds pass. Back to Adrian Dua. Dua guarded by Malone. Bit of a mismatch in the post. Chancellor. Easy bucket for DFA. 6'5", Schnookems. Very physical basketball so far into this first half. Strong screen there from Taylor Golden. Behind the back pass to Nick Tung. Nick Tung trapped in the corner. Navigates his way and finds Chancellor. Fouled hard.
Beautiful pass there from Tung under the basket to look for the opponent. Always keeping his head up and always looking for that next pass.
Right. And we've seen a lot of good ball movement in the previous game from the Schnookems players. And so far into this one, continuing to move the ball well. The ball is never static with the Schnookems players.
Absolutely. I mean, just because a guy drives to the rack, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily looking to finish. A lot of the times they're looking to kick it out, as you see from Tung often.
Chancellor makes the first one. Sebastian Chancellor, also a part-time ref, part-time player. Leading the league in assists as well. And he's always defending the other team's best players, so getting it done on both sides of the ball. Sebastian Chancellor makes both free throws. So now it's 8-5 Schnookems with 7 minutes left in the first half.
And now, of course, we finally get a chance to see the fan favorite, Oba himself.
Oba kicks it out to Dung. Wisdom for three. Back rim and goes in. Wisdom with the corner three, tying it up for DFA, 8 apiece. Sebastian Chancellor. High screen from Taylor Golden, who wants it. Kicks it out to Tung. Tung in the top of the key. Dribble drive to Malone. Back to Golden. Good pass there. And Nick Tung is fouled hard.
Like you said, once again, you're really seeing that ball movement there, though, from the Schnookems, of course. And it cannot be understated that this team really coming in here as an 11 seed, a bit unprecedented, especially given the challenges and the teams that they had to face to get here up until this point, of course. I mean, as opposed to the teams they've been facing, which have had first-round byes, I mean, they themselves beat a team in the first round and then went on to face the undefeated Guangdong Tigers in round 2. Just a massive upset in that.
Yes, absolutely, Ben. They beat the number 22 seed Bia Jigulu in the first round, number 6 seed Guangdong Tigers in the second round, and the number 13 seed Pool Party in Elite 8. So definitely got their mileage on the legs. A lot of games under their belt. And Nick Tung drains both, giving the Schnookems the 10-8 lead with 5 minutes left. And in this environment where the clock is constantly running, you always want to play with the lead and not trail the other teams. Wisdom loses it. Nick Tung pushing the pace. Malone's there. Loses it this time, Nick Tung. Josiah Matthews gives it to Wisdom. That was a travel, but he missed it. Shoots a three and back rim. Ball do not lie. Chancellor fakes the three. Taylor Golden on top of the key. Sebastian fakes the three, back to Golden, shoots the midi, drains it.
Looking like Joel Embiid out there with that mid-range game. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Golden really coming alive in this championship match, certainly making his presence felt, where I think a little bit was lacking earlier. And
we got the coach of the Recreational League Championship game watching closely from the sidelines, taking some notes. And we got a timeout from DFA.
What a performance from that guy. I mean, obviously, we weren't totally sure as to what the score was, but, I mean, what a fantastic, fantastic performance as we can get a close-up on this gentleman right here. I mean, what a wonderful, wonderful job that he did coaching his team to victory. And quite the performance as well, obviously, taking handshakes from the fans there. And that's a star player, I do believe, as well.
This team, their team won the Recreational League Championship earlier, right before this one, and talking closely with his players on the sidelines. Quite the outfit. Love the drip. Representing his team very well.
You got to dress for success, and succeed is exactly what that team did over there. As we mentioned, the Recreational League champions.
Yes. did a little bit of a trophy ceremony after their victory, and now we will have DFA getting the ball out of bounds after the timeout. 4:20 left in the game clock in the first half. 12-8 is the score for Schnookems, the number 11 seed, the reigning champions of the NYU Intramural Leagues.
Quite the amount of fans as well, I would say, gathering around the court there. You can certainly feel the excitement in the building here.
A lot of energy in this building.
I'm really looking forward to this awards ceremony.
Yes. I'm a little worried that the Paulson Center might experience some damage from all the fans coming into the building.
Agreed. I mean, I hopefully security's ready because I have a feeling they might storm the court after this one.
Oba. Back to the top of the key. Oba. Guarded by Tim. Very physical player. Gets the easy layup for DFA. 12-10, Schnookems. And 4 minutes left now in the first half. Schnookems looking to extend their lead to a more comfortable margin. Taylor Golden on top of the key. Dribble handoff to Sebastian Chandler. Chandler with a nice crossover move. Oh, that was a beautiful move, but couldn't finish was Sebastian Chandler. Now DFA's pushing it. Adrian Dua kicks it out to Sebastian Chandler.
Wow, what a spin move there.
Josiah Matthews, misses that one. Taylor Golden needs to push the pace now. We might see the first 8-second violation of this tournament. Nick Tung. Out to Malone. Back to Taylor Golden in the paint. Misses that one. Oba. Good pass to Wisdom. Fouled hard from Malone. So Wisdom will shoot two. Wisdom Igbobuke, averaging 7 points a game, 4.5 rebounds. Also a part-time ref, part-time player. Played in the Summer League. A lot of development happening in the summertime for Wisdom. Developed that jump shot. Makes the first free throw. Now 11-12 DFA. Second free throw. Front iron. Rebound Malone. Sebastian Chancellor. Guarded by Josiah Matthews. Taylor Golden on top of the key. Nicky Tung out to Chancellor. Golden with that high screen. Chancellor fouled by Wisdom. So far, DFA has been the one really playing physical already with 4 team fouls with 1:46 left.
Absolutely, and just a 1-point deficit here, of course, with under 2 minutes to go. Definitely the closest and most competitive game yet today. Exactly what you'd want out of any type of championship.
Yes. And as you can see, the golden trophy sitting by the stats table. Highly regarded golden trophy. Nicky Tung with
From
a deep three.
Way downtown.
Bit of a heat check, I guess. Oba.
Absolutely. Speaking of heat check, here's Oba.
Oba wants it. Front iron.
I mean, you knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't mind seeing another Oba 3.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a little showdown here, you know? A little gentleman's duel, if you may.
Malone with the rebound. Kicks it out to Tim. Corner 3.
Columbus. Can't quite get that one to fall there.
Oba. He wants it. We all know he wants it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, pretty move, but couldn't finish. Wanted the foul call. Didn't get it. Seb Chancellor. They got numbers here. It's a 5-on-4 situation. Taylor Golden misses that one. Man, you got to make that if you're Golden.
Yeah.
You got numbers.
You could see the just disappointment on his face there after that. He knows you got to have those, especially in a game this close. When ultimately he seems to be the tallest guy on the court. You got to certainly use that size advantage if you got it.
Precisely, Ben Garcia. Oba thought about that 3. Oba, he is open. Josiah Matthews misses that. Golden with the rebound. Nicky Tung with 25 seconds left. Got the final shot. Seb Chancellor in the corner. You got 18 seconds. You don't want to rush it here.
Pick and roll.
Clean swipe from Josiah Matthews. Now DFA can take the final shot and perhaps take the lead going into halftime. Stolen by Nikki Tung. Nikki Tung with 4 seconds left. Seb Chancellor set up for 3. Misses it. So it'll be 12-11. Schnookems going into halftime. We'll get a 2-minute break for both teams, but we will stay on call and reflect on that very competitive first half. Quite the first half from both teams. 12-11 Schnookems. What did you see there, Ben Garcia?
I mean, what didn't we see? I mean, we saw a little bit of offense. We saw a little bit of defense. We saw some good shot making. We saw some poor shot making. We saw it all. I think that both of these teams so far, it's anybody's match, truly. You know what I mean? I think this in fact, just a minute and a half break here, even in between these two halves. I mean, not all that much you can do and change. I think both of these teams just need to stay composed and just play their games, you know?
And as we expected, so closely contested between these two teams, so evenly matched. Both teams got some bigs on the court. Both teams got the playmakers. Both teams got the shot makers. We got all of it here, folks.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about some key players for both teams. For Schnookems, you got Nikki Tung, who's the reigning finals MVP. So far, he's been playing the playmaker role, really passing it out to Seb Chancellor, who's been taking most of the shots. And we saw a lot of plays going into the paint for Taylor Golden, and Golden got a majority of the 12 points for Schnookems. On the other hand, for DFA, we saw a lot of perimeter shots. Wisdom made a couple of threes. Oba, who was the semifinal MVP, got a couple of threes as well. So a very different approach to their offense from both teams.
Absolutely, I would agree. And also, as you said, it's great to see your best players getting involved in the playmaking duties as well. And also in that, got to definitely shout out Seb Chancellor. I mean, his playmaking all season has been fantastic. He has been on triple-double watch game after game. And I will say that he's also been doing a lot of the scoring in today's games as well. So him and Nick Tung certainly carrying a lot of the weight here of this offense. And also great to see the big man Taylor Golden get involved. His 10 rebounds per game, as he's averaging coming in here, are certainly, showing themselves in this championship match.
And talking about stuffing the stat sheet, Seb Chancellor averaging 17.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2.5 steals, and a block, doing it all for the Schnookems. And as we expected, a very tight rotation from both teams, only keeping their starters for the whole first half. And I would expect them to also keep them in for the second half.
I mean, I'd agree with you, too, as long as we're not talking about Vishnu Mata. I mean, I think
Vishnu Mata, definitely a baller of his own right. And we also got Mo Ginobili on the bench.
I mean, how could I even forget Mo
Fast
Ginobili,
break here
of
for
course.
Wisdom. Misses it.
Looking for the foul there.
They got numbers.
Lohman in the corner.
Nikki Tung from the other corner now. Makes the fadeaway 3. Nikki Tung, the finals MVP from last season, makes a huge 3 for the Schnookems, giving them a 15-11 lead in the second half. Oh, and now we got Vishnu with the 3 of his own. Misses it, but there's an N1 from Wisdom.
And that's exactly the type of offense that Vishnu can create.
Yes, Vishnu creating it all for his team. There's a reason why he's on the court for DFA, Deep Family Affiliation. Wisdom with a great response for DFA, getting that basket and the foul, shooting a free throw now.
I mean, every great championship team has their 6th man. You think about the Spurs, you think about Ginobili. Obviously, we do have our own Mo Ginobili, but, of course, Vishnu, he certainly plays that role. Lou Williams, a Jamal Crawford, if you will.
Right. Wisdom makes a free throw. Now it's 15-14, back to a 1-point lead for Schnookems. Nikki Tung, another 3. Misses that one. Rebound, Wisdom. Schnookems have to tighten up their defense here. Josiah Matthews thought about that 3. And a great no-look pass to the one and only Vishnu, the 6th man for DFA.
What a no-look dime that was. I mean, Tung and of course, Matthews just going back and forth, trading assists.
Tung thought about it again. Back to Tim Columbus. Columbus misses it. Matthews with the rebound. DFA with a 16-15 lead now. Vishnu with a beautiful no-look pass to Josiah Matthews, who sinks that three. Josiah Matthews with a beautiful assist from the one and only six-man Vishnu.
I mean, Vishnu and Matthews, what a duo. This is the duo we didn't even know that we needed. Vishnu with the rebound.
Vishnu doing it all for DFA, and DFA now with a 19-15 lead. Matthews with a bit of a heat check, misses it, gets his own rebound. Misses the jump shot from mid-range this time.
DFA certainly feeling it. They got the crowd in the palm of their hand, but they need to stay calm and collected in the moment.
Vishnu guarding Sebastian Chancellor. Mistakenly thought Eric Graves as one of his players with that white t-shirt. So DFA will get the ball. 19-15 DFA now with 12 minutes left in the second half. Vishnu really bringing the energy for DFA. My goodness.
Absolutely.
Keep him on the court.
As we've talked about, anybody just balling in sweatpants like that, you got to know that they are just a cold-blooded killer.
Josiah Matthews with another heat check. Golden with a good box out. Rebound, Columbus. Chancellor wants that high pick and roll. Golden. Nikki Tung. Tung to Malone for three. Front rim. DFA with the rebounds. 4-point lead for DFA still with 11 minutes left in the second half. Okpe. Vishnu is wide open in the corner if he wants it. Nikki Tung with the steal. Nikki Tung got numbers. Contact. Couldn't finish.
No foul call.
Interesting no call there from Jake Matthews. Okpe kicks it out to Josiah Matthews. Front rim once again. Golden gives it out to Malone. Malone with a 2-on-1. Brings it out. Nikki Tung in the corner. Tung wisely brings it back in. And a beautiful spin lay from Nikki Tung. Thought he got fouled too. 19-17 DFA. 2-point lead now. Josiah Matthews.
10 minutes remaining here in the half.
Matthews double teamed here. Playing a 2-3 zone. Schnookems. Mid-range J from Adrian Dua. Off the mark.
Timeout called, it would seem.
Looks like a timeout called from Schnookems, looks like. 10 minutes left in the game. 19-17 DFA. I mean, we have to talk about Vishnu. My goodness, what an impact he is having for DFA. Until Vishnu checked in, Schnookems was leading the game 14-13, and Vishnu with an immediate impact, playing with a lot of energy.
I mean, absolutely. Vishnu Mata coming into this game with 2.8 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, and 1.4 assists per game. He is blowing those season averages out of the water today, and in this game in particular. I mean, really just being a galvanizing kind of point of this squad here and really willing them to victory. Certainly, having Vishnu in the game, I mean, it's a whole new game when he's in there.
A whole new ball game with Vishnu. Long time out here for Schnookems, who's talking it over. If you're Schnookems here, you got to play better defense. You can't let DFA get their shots.
And you got to start converting some of those threes as well. I mean, they're getting good looks here.
They are getting very good looks.
And if they want to stay in this game with a game as close as this, when the opponent is obviously converting a majority of their shots, you gotta convert those threes.
And also Nikki Tung really has to take the charge. The reigning finals MVP has to really set the tone for the team with his shot making and his playmaking.
Absolutely. As the game gets closer and closer here down the wire, I wouldn't mind Tung looking to take some of those himself. I mean, I love the selflessness, but he is Nikki Tung after all.
Okpe with the steal, got numbers. Good pass to Oba, and Oba with the easy lay to give DFA a 4-point lead with 10 minutes left in the second half.
Yeah, in a game as close as this, you can't afford to be giving up easy baskets in transition.
Another steal there from DFA.
Speaking of which.
Misses the dunk.
And he missed the dunk.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
You need to make that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, sometimes you just got to take what you're given.
A foul called on Oba guarding Nikki Tung. First team foul on DFA.
That'll be on Shackton a fool in the morning.
Malone will make the inbounds pass for Schnookems. Schnookems down by 4 points, 21-17 with 9 minutes left. Taylor Golden in the paint. Easy basket, but misses the lay. Seb Chancellor with the rebounds out to Nikki Tung. Nikki Tung with a beautiful spin move. Misses the jump shot, however. None other than Vishnu Mata with the rebounds.
Vishnu in transition.
Kicks it out to Okpe. Okpe stolen by Seb Chancellor. It'll still be DFA ball. Okpe will kick it out of bounds. Oba. Taking his time. Scouting the floor. Adrian Dua. Out to Okpe. Okpe with a three. Very short. But Vishnu Dada misses the lay this time and fouls Golden. Trying to sub back in the star player for DFA, Josiah Matthews.
Just a 4-point game here as we approach 7 minutes left.
Nikki Tung. Got a lot of time left. Don't need to rush any shots. Finds Seb Chancellor. And it'll be out of bounds for DFA as Chancellor with a bit of a strong pass. Okpe to Dua. Dua loses it.
Right into the hands of Golden.
Both teams with some sloppy basketball here in the second half. Nikki Tung, however, really pushing the pace. Playing with a lot of aggression and gets rewarded with the foul call. 7 minutes left now in the second half. Tung will shoot two.
I will say, granted, I mean, the Schnookems, they are the reigning champions, but it does seem that this is very much a pro DFA crowd.
Very pro DFA crowd. A lot of deep family affiliation in the crowd.
Absolutely, you love to see it.
Nikki Tung misses the first. Clock still ticking as we have a running clock. Second one's good. A lot of trust in Nikki Tung's ability to make those shots as not a single white jersey was on the other side. Josiah Matthews. Takes a three. In and out. A rebound DFA. Misses.
A lot of contact.
We got some high aggression on the court here. Okpe getting very feisty with Taylor Golden trying to get that loose ball.
Dua doing a great job there to kind of just keep him contained.
Yeah, you need that. Gotta stay professional.
After all, it is just intramural basketball.
Yes. Very high stakes, though. Very high stakes game.
Oh, absolutely.
Got a lot of T-shirts on the line. Massive trophy on the line as well. Some hardware on the line. Nikki Tung. Taylor Golden back to Nikki Tung. Tung. Back to Golden. Chancellor's there. Spin move to Malone. Chancellor thought about the three. Malone.
Really wanted that charge.
Gives it to Matthews. Now DFA got numbers. Matthews loses it.
Still in bounds. Great save there from Josiah Matthews.
Taylor Golden doesn't want to dribble the ball. So back to DFA now. Okpe misses the layup.
If you're a DFA here, you just got to stay calm, stay composed. What you guys were doing was working.
Nikki Tung misses that three. Still 21-18 DFA with 4.5 left. Can't afford turnovers now. Josiah Matthews slowing things down as he should. Oba guarded by Tim Columbus. Back to Matthews. Guarded by the one and only Malone Lohman. Matthews with the midi. Misses everything. Ball will be Schnookems. A lot of complaining here from DFA.
Yeah, unfortunately, DFA seeming like they're paying a little bit too much attention to the referees as opposed to Nick Tung and those on the Schnookems side.
Nicky Tung, the right wing, needs help. Looks like a foul call on DFA.
I think some of the DFA fans are clapping. Not sure they totally understood what the whistle was for there.
Or is it a timeout? Looks like it'll be Schnookems' ball. Perhaps a foul there. Chancellor double teamed. Back to Nicky Tung. Tung thought about that three. Finds the open Tim Columbus. Nicky Tung now for three. Back iron.
Tung's got to start making some of those shots
Yes.
if they want to stay in this one, as we're nearing 3 minutes left here in a 3-point deficit.
We need some more shot making from Schnookems if they want to stay in this. Wisdom for three. Back iron. Nicky Tung with the rebound. Nicky Tung with 3 minutes left. Needs to show why he is the reigning finals MVP. Tim Columbus. Taylor Golden, top of the key. Big man in the post. Gets the easy bucket.
Nice take there from Golden. Certainly using his size advantage, getting his back to the basket and just backing down DFA.
21-10 DFA with 2.5 left. Oba for three. Front iron. Rebound Matthews. Matthews taking his time. 2 minutes left in the clock. 21-20 DFA. Every shot matters now. Matthews with a hard dribble. Gets fouled in the process. Chai T caught the foul against Golden. Matthews will shoot two.
Bit of extra contact there, it looked like, between Tung and Matthews. Certainly loving to see this competitive flair kind of come out here in these last couple minutes.
It'll be interesting to see if DFA goes to their bench with their six-man Vishnu Mata. Matthews misses the first.
Looks like no substitutions for DFA.
Now 2 minutes left and the clock is stopped. Still 21-20. If you're DFA, you need this point. Makes the second. 22-20 DFA with 2 minutes left. Nicky Tung gets the ball. Guarded by Oba. Chancellor. Still Schnookems' ball after that tip from Matthews. Out of bounds pass from Columbus to Nicky Tung. Guarded tightly by Oba. Good screen there from Golden. Pick and pop hits the back iron. It'll be DFA ball. Minute and a half left.
2-point game here. If you're DFA, just got to make sure you don't turn the ball over, honestly.
Right. Drain the clock. Get a high percentage shot if you can, but if you can't, it doesn't matter. Just drain the clock, baby. Josiah Matthews. Guarded by Lowe. Into the paint now. There's an easy layup. 4-point game for DFA.
Massive shot there for
Massive
DFA.
shot for DFA, yes. Minute 20 left. Needs a basket if you're Schnookems. Except Chancellor, guarded by Wisdom. Good screen there from Golden.
And that unfortunately might do it.
4-point game with a minute left. Man.
The Schnookems did have their fair share of opportunities and chances, especially from three, just unable to convert.
Absolutely. They had some good looks, but it came down to shot-making ability, and DFA was there.
I mean, DFA certainly showing why they are the #1 seed and righting that wrong of last season in which they were upset in the round of 16.
Deciding not to foul here are Schnookems. 4-point game. They need a stop if they want a chance. High screen called by Matthews. Matthews guarded by Taylor Golden. High ball pressure. Another screen here from Adrian Dua. Doesn't want it. Wants the ISO ball. 45 seconds left. Matthews. Guarded by Golden. Kicks it out to Oba. Oba misses that one, but rebound DFA. There's a layup there. 6-point game with 30 seconds left. Nikki Tung pushing the pace. Gets the foul. Smart move from Nikki Tung, stopping the clock and getting 2 free throws. But
Fans
still,
starting to near their way and edge their way onto the court here. I think we're going to have quite the reception for DFA.
we need higher security presence in order to stop the crowd
I mean, at
from
this point,
storming the court.
no doubt about that, as Nick Tung makes the first free throw. 5 points, 30 seconds. Crazier things have happened, but certainly an uphill climb.
Nikki Tung makes both. 4-point game with 28 seconds left. You need to foul if you're...
And they don't foul. They don't foul at all.
Schnookems without a foul here.
Still no foul. And now there's one.
So a 4-point game, 26-22 DFA with 22 seconds left. As you mentioned, Ben, fans nearing the court.
The excitement is palpable.
Oba finds Matthews. Fouled. 20 seconds left in the clock. We'll be shooting 1 and 1. That's the thing about this intramural league. You shoot 1 and 1. If you miss the first free throw, you will have a chance for a rebound and the next team foul, as they only have 5 team fouls. They need to foul. They're letting go of time. Oh, and a travel call!
Wow.
Against DFA. A turnover for DFA here with 16 seconds left.
4-point game still, but
That might be it.
That's not going to do it.
Now it'll be 1 and 1.
They certainly tried their all. They tried to stay in here, but DFA just proving too strong on both ends of the court.
When it mattered most, Schnookems with some turnovers and costly misses. Still a 4-point game.
I mean, DFA showing every bit of
If
being
Dua
the best
misses the
defensive
first,
team.
it will be interesting. If Dua misses the first and Schnookems gets a 3, things can get very interesting as both team has a timeout.
Absolutely. I mean, Schnookems, they could barely even buy a 3 at this point. They've had their fair share of chances. I mean, yeah, and
That might be it,
that
folks.
might be it.
27-22, 5-point game with 14 seconds left in the clock. Dua shooting the second one. Misses the second. Rebound Golden. What are they doing?
Taking their time with it. Gotta put up a 3. Looks to get fouled on the 3. And still nothing. Oba looking as though he got hit in the face.
2 seconds left in the shot game clock. 27-22 DFA. And handshakes between
Imminent.
the players.
Great performance from DFA.
Oh, what is
ranked.
happening with the crowd?
Whoa. I think there's people stepping all over the court. I mean, what are we doing? Great performance here from DFA in the championship, though.
Absolutely. DFA showing why they are the #1 seed. Did not drop a single game in this league this entirety of the season, and deservingly so. They will be going home with their hardware.
Absolutely. And some T-shirts to boot. I mean, just a great team, really just showed out. And like I said, they really showed that they were the #1 team for a reason. And here we go as we'll see the celebrations.
We will stay for a bit as we see the celebrations between the two teams, or from DFA. Handshakes for the winners. And it'll be 29-22 final score for DFA, Deep Family Affiliation. What a game it was.
Absolutely. Congratulations to DFA on a wonderful victory. The 2023, Intramural Basketball League champions.
The Competitive League 2023 champions are your DFA, Deep Family Affiliation. Congratulations to the undefeated #1 seed, DFA. celebration ensuing on the court.
Absolutely. Just great performances, not only on tonight but throughout the year. So, your 2023 Intramural Basketball League champions, Adrian Dua, Levi Bryant, Jeffrey Hudson, Mohamed Usmanu, Okpe Odegdegbi, Wisdom Igbokwe, Sean Jaramillo, Josiah Matthews, Vishnu Mata, Tristan Harding. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again on a tough victory for the championship hardware. And that'll be it for the Intramural Championship. This was Joseph Kwon alongside Ben Garcia. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Intramural Championships, and we will be back next season for another competitive basketball league from